Hey replay viewer, how are you? This is our time before the live viewers come in, so I really like to just have a little chat. I'm Coach Nachi, but you'll hear about that when the live viewers come in. How are you doing? I just want you to know that while we are in here, hello Gary, hello hey Kiki, how are you? Ooh, Gary and Kiki, look at that. What up, Sam Z? And friends. Hey, Kiki, I haven't seen you in ages. It's so nice to see you. What up, Rita? God's afternoon. Thank you so much for inviting your followers. Gary, I appreciate you. And you're sharing on Twitter. Thank you so much. Hi, Rita. You guys, I have a different background today. I'm really trying to get myself situated. Yesterday, I was outside. Today, I'm here. I don't know where I'm going to be tomorrow. I really don't know. Thank you so much for tuning in. So let me just, go ahead. Thank you so much for sharing, Rita. I appreciate you. Thank you. So let me just go ahead and get started. I am Coach Nachi. I am your world-class personal development coach, speaker, and life enthusiast. I am called to serve those who want to live more like themselves right now. Not on Monday, not on Tuesday, not at the New Year, not in December, not on Christmas, but right now, this minute, right now. Thank you so much for those hearts. I am glad that resonates with you. Like I always tell the replay viewer, which I forget to tell the live viewers sometimes, is when you're tapping that screen, you're basically involving your body. So you're getting kinesthetic with what you're hearing, and it sticks better. I feel like it sticks better. So if there's something that you agree with, tap that screen and go wild. Get your body involved basically with what you're hearing, seeing, and learning. It's a really good psych thing. So today we're talking about support system. The title should say support system, what is it really? We kind of throw this word around sometimes and we know what it means, but what I want to challenge you with is what we're going to be talking about today. You go, girl. And Yessie, thank you so much. The first time viewer, what's up? Hey! How are you doing? So, okay, I have my notes because this is going to be a fairly quick scope, but not really because I really want this to... There's one message that I really want to give in this scope, and then I'm going to go deeper. This message is really important to get through because it's going to outline and anchor everything else that I kind of talk about moving forward. So support system, thank you so much for those hearts, Rita. I see you pumping them. Thank you so much. Green hearts are so pretty. So, okay, a support system is basically it comes in physical and emotional form. The form that I'm talking about in my head, when I think of support system, I think of emotional support because that's what I like most of the time, emotional support. Thank you so much for those hearts, Kiki. What up, yellow? That's my favorite color. Oh, Sam Z with them pinks. Yum. Pretty hearts. Support system, basically, the system, the meaning or the word, whatever, is in the name itself. Support. Rita, I hope the connection is all right on your end. I really hope so. But thank you so much for hopping back in. I appreciate you. So the main question that I really want to get into is this. What does support system mean to you? So everybody who's listening, take a second and think of what support system means to you. And if you want to type it, you can, but just really have a think of what it means to you. Now, let me break that down a little bit further because it's going to mean something to you in different areas of your life. So when it comes to like your spiritual life, when it comes to your financial life, when it comes to your career, when it comes to your romantic life, when it comes to your desires, and that's what I'm going to be focusing on, when it comes to what's in your heart, when it comes to making what you need to make happen, what does support system mean to you? Because I've heard too many people say, oh, I don't have support, nobody supports me, nobody believes in me, nobody is there for me, oh, I'm all alone, I'm doing this, I'm all alone. And then you're kind of like, what does support system mean to you? Because if I'm sure you've either said this or you have been around someone who's kind of like, what am I, chopped liver? You know, where you're venting and you kind of say these things and you're like, oh, I have no one, and then you're venting to someone, so you have someone, and you're basically going, I have no one, in front of someone who is your support system, who is there listening to you and giving you that space to be. So then you ask yourself, and I am asking you, what does support look like to you? Once you're clearer on that it becomes easier to hash out your expectations. It becomes easier for you to really serve people, and it becomes easier for you to feel served. And I said feel served because I can support you all day, every day. You can support me all day, every day. But if you don't connect what I'm doing as support, then there's a huge disconnect. You don't think I'm supporting you. That's how a lot of some miscommunications and misunderstandings happen, because one person is supporting you in the way that they feel support, the way they give support, and you're not receiving that because that's not the kind of support that you want. That's not the kind of support that you understand as support, and that's not something that makes sense to you. So you'll say, oh, these people don't care about me, these people aren't there for me, and yet as an outsider, I'm seeing these things like, how do you mean they don't care about you? This is what I'm seeing. How do you, what's going on? Hey, welcome back, Gary. Thank you for coming back. What do you mean these people aren't supporting you? What do you mean you have no support? What does support mean to you? Because now I'm really confused. Clearly, our definitions of support, how we see support, what support is different. If this message is really hitting you, if this message is something that you believe other people need to hear, low key, if you have someone that you're thinking of and you need to just kind of send it to them, you can go ahead and send it to them. Feel free to share it on Twitter, share it with your followers, or share it wherever you want to. If you believe this message is something, question from Yessie. I will be taking questions. So, If you believe this is something that someone needs, share it out. Don't be stingy. Don't keep me to yourself. That's the main question I want to ask, and then I'm going to go a little bit deeper to your anchor. So what I was mentioning earlier is when you think of support system, you think of it in all these different kinds of areas. But what I want you to pick is one area as we go along. As I go along support system, I'd invite you to pick one area of your life where you want support in. Not all the area, just pick the one area. So I'm going to be focusing on your dreams, making it happen, your passions, your desires. What does support look like in that? For some, it's going to be when starting your own business. What does support look like in that? What else? In health, when it comes to health, I remember I had a client who, she was a mother, and sometimes someone doesn't feel the emotional support because it's not a physical thing, it's a mental. What do you mean it's not a physical thing, it's a mental? Like, what do you mean? Is the support a physical thing, or is the support a mental thing? Tell me what you mean a little bit more. That's a really good point. Tell me a little bit more about that. So, what was I saying, y'all? What was I saying? Your anchor. Okay, mental. But, okay, so what do you mean? Someone is giving you mental support, or you want mental support? Give me a little bit more. Type like crazy. So yes, your anchor. Is it building your business? Is it on Periscope? Using a simple example. If you want when you're in your head too much. I see. This is gonna help. What does support look like to you? Pick an area of your life and ask yourself, what does support mean to you in that area? And that's going to help you, number one, go into yourself and raise that awareness for yourself for what that means to you. Because you can be running around in life not feeling that people aren't supporting you when people are actually really supporting you. But they're supporting you in a way that you're refusing to accept, you're refusing to see, or you just can't see because it's not the type of support that you see as support. Depression, when you don't feel no one is there for you. Okay, so then you really, again, have to ask yourself, what does it look like when someone is there for me? What does it look like when someone is there for me? What does it look like when you have a support system? Ask yourself, define what support system is for you. Because when you define what support system is for you, number one, you've gone into yourself. You're talking to yourself, the person that knows you best, you. Number two, like love languages. Exactly. That's, Kiki. You got me. That was one of my next points. There are love languages, exactly like Kiki said. There are love languages. There's just, if you Google 5 love languages, take that quiz and figure out where you lie on the love language scale. And it'll tell you how you feel love and how you give love. It's most probably going to be the same. How I feel love is how I give love. So I like to build people up. I like to talk people up. I like to pour greatness into people. And as some of my friends in real life, some of my friends, you'll see this is something that I like. This is something that I do. I will talk to you and pour into you and tell you how amazing you are, because that's my truth. I see your greatness. So when you look at my love language, for me, it's in words. When people talk to me, when people build me up, that's how I feel support. So for me, a support system, for me, hey, Lady May 42, what's up, girl? How you doing? So for me, my supports, yeah, that's a great point. So for me, my love language is in words. I like words. I also like actions, surprisingly. I knew words of affirmation was one of them for me, but words of affirmation for me, like when I see you guys typing in the comments saying, that was great, that was amazing, that feeds me. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Like that is I love it. I love it. Look, I love it. And that's how I feed into people. I tell them, I do my best to tell them. Now, even in that, there's still some nuances, because even though I'm speaking, you may not hear the words that you want me to say. I'll say the words that I'll say, but you may not feel them the same way. So first, define what support system means to you. Define what it looks like to you, what it feels like, how you'll know you're being supported. Define those things, and that'll open up your eyes to, oh, actually, this person does that. Actually, I have that's here. And that sometimes a person feels they're too negative around others. What do you mean? Oh, okay. If there's someone too negative around others, that is mostly, I want to say, an internal thing. So we're all we're complex human beings, right? You are a complex creature, I'm a complex creature. We're not a one size fits all, for the most part. But I will say, once you get introspective in a non-judgmental, loving way, where you're opening your arms to yourself and accepting yourself and really just being curious about who you are as a person, that's when things start to move. That's when things start to turn. The hearts got quiet. What happened, guys? Did I lose you? Did the connection go? Are you still there? Okay, thank you so much, Gary, because I'm like, what happened? Whoa, thank you so much, Sam Z and Yessie. I appreciate you. Okay, because I'm like, what? Did I piss someone off? Start small. Start small. Start small. Just take baby steps. You're going to be with yourself forever, right? Take baby steps. Ask yourself what support system, Ask yourself what working and listening. Okay, Rita, I got you. I got scared because it got so quiet on the screen. I was like, oh, what happened? Who'd I piss off? Everybody. Driving back from New York City. Oh, yay, of course. How was your meeting, Gary? How was it? I bet you raised hell in the best way possible. Start small. Start small, boo. Start small. Just ask yourself what support system means to you. Just ask these simple questions. And I call them simple questions, but really they're super complex. They're umbrella questions. Because once you find what your support system means to you, once you chisel that out, sure enough, oh my God. Oh, Gary, you light up my life. Once you find out what your support system is, what that means to you, then you become a little bit more intimate with seeing it. And that way you're not so negative or feeling so negative, because now you've raised your awareness. You're no longer resisting that. You're no longer blocking out other things. One of the things that I'm going to talk about is something that I think is really important, is being grateful for what you have, no matter what it is. So but you can't be grateful unless you know what you have. You can't be grateful and thankful for what's in your life unless you know what's in your life, unless you know yourself. We were talking the other day about how knowing you can't live like you're making moves that are other people's moves unless you know yourself. If you know yourself, then you can be grateful and thankful for who you are as a person. If you know who your support system is, if you know what a support system is to you, what it means, then you raise your awareness and you're able to really see and be thankful for, oh, you know what, actually, I like when someone gives me a hug when they see me. I like physical touch. That's one of the love languages. I like touch. What up, Roman Gonzalez, baby? Welcome. I like physical touch. It's one of the love languages. So you know your support system, coach. That's me. Thank you so much. That's spot on. Thank you so much, Gary. Be careful, honey. You driving. Me too. Okay, so you know that touch is important to you. Jessie. Okay, so Jessie, touch is important to you. This is something that you can share. I like when you positively reinforce. I'm going to talk about this later, but since we're talking about it now, it's a series. But positively reinforce your support system. So one of the scopes I'm going to have is about how to care for your support system. If this is ringing any bells, that's your love language, touch. Okay, cool, but not hugs. Okay. At least not yet. Okay, that's fine. We can work on it. If that's what you're about. That's totally fine. Just if you're unsure of what your love language is, go on there, 5lovelanguages.com, or type it into Google, find your love language. And by the way, if this is resonating with anybody that's listening and you're not following, why are you not following, honey? Why are you not following? Have you shared? Are you being stingy with this information? So find your love language. My girlfriend is gifts. My mother is gifts. I have some friends who are gifts. And you know this because they give you gifts hardcore. So when you know your support system's love language, you're able to care for them and support them in a way that they feel. So, but before all that, the first question is, what is your support? How do you define support system? What does support system mean to you? Thank you so much for those hearts. I really appreciate them. The brown chocolate, the green, the pink. Oh, thank you so much. Roman Gonzalez. Boom, boom, boom. So, yeah, what does your support system mean to you? Okay, and pick an area of your life. Doesn't have to be Norris Ventures. Fire. I love this. Look at all this love. What does your support system mean? What does support system mean to you? Please get this. I keep repeating it because it's so important. You can't just skip this step. Really sit down with yourself. Get 5 minutes. Shoot. Washing the dishes. In the shower. You got shower time, right? In the shower, in the bath. You take a bath, you take a shower. We're blessed with water. Excuse me. Take that time to think about what that means to you. What does support mean to you? What does your support system mean to you? How do you feel support? That's super important. And anchor it in an area of your life. So when it comes to, I don't know, starting your business, when it comes to your desire, your passions, water is everything. I love water too. Look, I'm glad I'm not alone in that. Thank you so much for those green hearts, Roman. I appreciate you pumping them out. What does that mean to you? Let's see. Groundwork. This question is the groundwork. It is super important when moving forward. Y'all, I got a stain on my shirt. Nobody told me. It's super important in moving forward. Thank you so much for those brown chocolate hearts, Gary. I appreciate you for that. And those pink hearts, Sam Z. Thank you. Rita, I know you're working or you'd be pumping, but I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for listening during your work time. All of you, thank you. This is the groundwork. This question is the groundwork. Once you raise your awareness of what your support feels like to you, then you can go forward and acknowledge the people in your life, acknowledge yourself, and say, you know what? This is something that I can figure out for myself and figure out what I need to work on. Because again, once you know better, you do better, but first you got to know better. And this is one of those ways you get to know better, by asking yourself these questions as another human being. The way you would come up to me and say, hey, how do you blah blah blah, you ask yourself this question. You say, Coach Nachi, what does support system feel like to you? What does support feel like to you in Periscope? What does support feel like to you when growing your business? What does support feel like to you when attending to your desires? What is support? Whatever. You know that area. Pick that area. Feel it out. And really, then you'll be able to be thankful and grateful for the people who are showing that to you. And if you're not getting it, you know how to ask for it. Because guess what? People can't read your mind. You don't know what people are thinking. And even if they could read your mind, if you don't know what's in your own mind, how can they know what's in your mind? Like, it's a mind cluster. Well, that's not really how that phrase goes, but you know what I'm trying to say. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, those hearts look so pretty. Thank you so much. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, the brown matches. Hey. It doesn't make any sense for someone to be able to read your mind if you don't even know what's in your mind. If you don't even know how you define whatever it is for you, or what you want. How are they ever supposed to know what you want if you don't know what you want? Get clear on what you want. Ask yourself these questions. They're super important. What does support feel like to me? What is support for me? What is that? Get clear on that. Just write it down. Note it down somewhere. That's super important. What else? What does it mean to you? And look at your expectations of others. If you're having a hard time answering and you've picked your anchor, but you still don't know what that is, okay. I got you, Sam Z Boo. I got you. when you look at your expectations of others, what is it that they've done that you've been like, oh, that's it, that's all you did? By the way, that's not okay, y'all. But it's, it's life. Look at your expectations, what you've expected of others. Welcome back, Roman. Glad to have you back, boo. Look at your expectations of others and see that might help suss out what you expect as far as support. And if your expectations of others are actually in line with what you feel is support, then you need to kind of assess that situation because there's a disconnect there. But first, ask yourself that question. What does support feel like to me? What is support? What does my support system feel like? What do I want a support system to look like? And then get to know that with yourself. Raise your awareness about it. Thank you so much for those hearts, the green, the chocolate, the pink. Thank you. And get it done. Get that done and anchor it in something. Don't just it's overwhelming if you take all of your entire life and say, I like this and I like that and I like this and I like that. No, pick one area at a time. Just do it. Exactly. Roman, you would. Just do it, Roman Gonzalez says. Just do it. Roman, I loved your scope the other night. You were on fire. You got like 3 scopes in one day. Yeah, so that's really what get it done. Whew. Y'all, I've been talking a mile a minute, but I hope you got that message. No, you're welcome, Roman. You're totally welcome. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much, Sam Z, for those pink hearts. Gary for those brown hearts. Yes, Sam Z says just do it. Roman for those green hearts. I really appreciate you. Those brown chocolate hearts are super nice. They match my shirt. So ask yourself these questions, guys, and this is going to be the anchor that we move forward. I can't talk about support system without defining it. Otherwise, we're just talking about some surface level stuff and it's not getting as deep as it could be. So moving forward, when I talk more about support system and what that looks like and how to tend to it, blah, 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 blah. I probably shouldn't say blah, 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 blah. But that's going to be important in everything else that I cover, finding your anchor, because you need to just have just that one thing, just for what I'm talking about. You're a complex human being, I get it. Pick that one thing, and once you master it in that one thing, you can easily transfer it over to the other things in your life. Okay? Alright, I don't know what thumbnail to put on today, but we're done. I appreciate you sharing, I appreciate you tapping it out, I appreciate you being here and listening to what I had to say. I appreciate you following and just always showing up for me. So this is me saying thank you to you, my support system, who is always here showing up for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Follow this girl. When Roman says follow, you follow. Look. So I'm going to go now. I'm super late. Sorry. And now, listen to what Roman says. Roman means business. I'm going to make a thumbnail or something. This is the awkward part of the whole thing. Oh. Thank you so much for those hearts. I appreciate you. Right now. Gary says follow right now. Oh, God, this is always so awkward for me. I really appreciate you guys. Bye. Oh. No. Gosh.